Peanut butter, it's as simple as that. 3 tablespoons of this are going to give you 500 calories, okay? If you add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to 2 of your meals, that's an additional 500 calories. And who could forget about nuts? Just eating 200 grams a day is going to give you an extra 1,000 calories every single day. Guys, if you're skinny, you cannot afford to miss out on these. By just simply adding these things to your food, you're getting an extra additional 2,000 calories every single day. And that's on top of the food that you're already eating. Now, if you want to find out how to properly implement these and make the most out of them, then stick around, because in this video, we're going to show you how to do exactly that.
That's right, because today I'm going to teach you how to properly track. And no, I don't mean running track, because we all know cardio kills gains. In all seriousness, the whole fitness industry has been lying to you. You do not need to track your protein or calories. Let me explain. See, it's definitely very good to use apps like MyFitnessPal and weigh your food, be super precise about your macros, but we all know it can get very obsessive. However, what I did is I did this for a couple of weeks, and eventually I learned how to eyeball calories and protein in food. And let's be honest, protein and calories are the only things you really need to focus on if you want to bulk. So eventually I could just look at a meal and say, yeah, that's about 700 calories and about 35 grams of protein. Of course I make mistakes sometimes, but it's simply about making it easier and more sustainable, because we all know the less friction there is, the more sustainable our diet is. Now, calories are even more important than protein. Of course, protein is super important, but the thing is, if you eat all the calories you need, you're going to get a significant amount of protein as well. And you may not hit your necessary needs, but eating less protein than you need on a bulk is not quite as serious as eating too little calories, because too little calories literally means that you're going to lose weight. That's even worse. So if you really need to, if you can only focus on one thing, focus on your calories, and then usually the protein will come unless you only get your calories from lettuce. Try getting 3,000 calories of lettuce in a day, I dare you. I just said 3,000. What an odd number. Well, this is what some people need to gain weight. And how do you find out how many calories you need? Well, you need to figure out your needs. If you use a maintenance calories calculator, literally type in maintenance calorie calculator online and use the first website that pops up. You're going to have to put in some data, and you're really going to quickly have the maintenance calories that you need to stay at the same weight every single day. And if you want to gain weight, simply eat more than that. You want to eat a maximum of 500 extra calories every single day. So if your maintenance calories are 3,000 calories per day, you want to eat between 3,000 and 3,500. Now, ideally, it would be something like 3,300, 3,200, because we obviously don't want to get fat. But the thing is, having a range is much better, because we're never going to hit the exact calories if we don't track them. So this is a lot more sustainable. And as long as you average about 3,300 calories a day, you're going to be good to go. With protein, it's even easier. Now, the rule of thumb is to eat around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, meaning if you're a 200-pound guy, you need 200 grams of protein. But as we all know, it's not quite as serious. If you eat 20% less protein than you actually need, it's not ideal, but it's really not going to be fatal as long as you focus on calories. If you're on a cut, it's a completely different story, but we're trying to bulk, so it's super easy for us. And one way to properly bulk is to focus solely on meals. Instead of focusing on how many calories, how much protein you need per day, just say to yourself, okay, I need around 50 grams of protein and 1,000 calories per meal, or something like that, if that fulfills your needs. Because focusing on these small steps makes it a lot easier, and you don't have to think of all these big numbers, you don't have to calculate everything all the time. And even if you meal prep, it makes it a lot easier, because then you can just write, okay, this has 50 grams of protein, simple as that. However, all of this is still useless if you don't weigh yourself. If you don't see the weight going up on the scale, well, then that's a very bad sign, so you need to up your calories. Having a scale and weighing yourself every day literally gives you instant feedback. It teaches you where exactly you are on your journey, and it makes it a lot easier.
Like with most self-improvement practices, doing this kind of stuff requires you to change your mindset. And the one thing you need to do and make a shift in is actually prioritizing recovery. When you hit the gym, you want to hit it hard, right? We're going to get to that in a sec. But when you hit the gym, you need to recover properly. That means make sure you get some proper sleep and you do not train 7 times a week. If your body's telling you that you need a break, you're in quite a comfortable position here, because you're one of the only people in self-improvement that are allowed to take a break. So simply chill out and enjoy the rest. Now, as I said before, when you train, you want to train hard. You need to train to failure every single time, especially when you're skinny. You need to train until you cannot physically lift the weight anymore. Otherwise, you're not going to make the gains that you're looking for. Train properly and then eat properly. You should eat the way that you train, till failure. I don't want to see you quit eating after 3 blocks of tofu. You're skinny, you need to bulk up. In fact, I actually recommend you to go back to the beginning of this video and take a screenshot of the list of foods that you should add to your food to actually get them calories in. And then once you've added those to your food, you actually need to eat until you physically can't eat no more. Just simply goggles through it, and we'll see you in the next one when you're nice and bulky.
If you enjoyed this banging episode of Pablo's Pill, you might like this one as well. We'll see you there.